Diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. Jet, we Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. To the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring son up,
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered a leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy hump day with a little mix and drop of Valentine's Day. Hope you told somebody that you love them. All right, that's pretty much it. We know what this day is for. The day is for people to spend money when they just make up holidays. That's just really what it is. But hey, tell somebody you love them, that you love them. Now, not a long show, but a good show. I wanted to do this, people getting off work and stuff like that. So let me be your ride home, little ride home station, little radio, you know what I'm saying? A little something on the side while you're driving home or your last hour of work, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. to enjoy your day. So it ain't gonna be a long show, but it's gonna be a good show. We're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. All right. Well, and while we're here, listen, if you love the one you love, you share it with Elite 15 Coffee. Elite 15 Coffee tells the person that you love, hey, I love you. Why not spoil them with Elite 15 Coffee? Link in description below. Get yourself some Elite 15 Coffee. If you love the ones you love, don't be stingy. Get Elite 15 Coffee, Black-owned, veteran-owned business. Show the person you love that you love them. Get Elite 15 Coffee. Link in the description below. All right? Now, listen, we bringing it back. I talked to Scotty Love. And we bringing it back, Quiet Storm Valentine's Day mix in full effect live music tonight. Listen, I know a lot of you members got plans. If you don't and you want to take the cheap route, just turn me on and let me take you to your fantastic voyage. Let me take you to Hump Land. Let me take you to that golden flower. Let me take you to the land of milk and honey. I came through for you. You ain't know what you was going to do. You planned it at the last minute. Listen, get your girl, order in, get some wine, get some stuff, and let me take you on the journey to the land of milk and honey. Sometimes you just got to keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it cool. So we're doing another Quiet Storm Valentine's Day mix starting at 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Do what you do, but watch my shoes. All right? And listen, I've heard all your gripes and complaints. So listen, it's coming. I've heard all the gripes. I've heard all the complaints. I've heard it all. Okay? Listen, I will be moving my stuff over to podcast, right? I'll be on Spotify, Apple. I'm in the process of taking old episodes and moving them over to podcast. Listen, I've probably gotten this thing probably like over 100 times of Scotty, are you on Apple Podcast? Scotty, are you on Spotify? Scotty, why aren't you on Spotify? Why aren't you on Apple? Whatever. Okay, so listen, give me some time. I'm a one-man band. Give me some time. I'm moving old episodes. I'm gonna start from my new stuff and I'm gonna work my way back to have some old stuff posted and things like that so you can listen to it on podcasts and things like that. Now, I do think Spotify allows video podcasts, so you'll also be able to see the show just if you saw it on YouTube. So if you want to watch it on here, if you want to watch it at the house or whatever, you're more than welcome to get that process going and stuff like that. So just want to give you a heads up. It is coming soon. I will be on all podcast platforms. All right. So just want to give you all a heads up on that. All right. Listen, I got a couple messages today on Instagram, a couple on Twitter, and people asked me what I was going to do for the wifey on Valentine's Day. Well, listen, I started mine early. Okay, listen, I did my Valentine's Day shopping early. My wife is a huge Joe fan. Joe came into town this Saturday in Cleveland. So drove her up to see Joe and Tamia. We didn't stay for Tamia. We went to go see Joe. This is us at the Playhouse Circle Theater in Cleveland. So we went there this weekend. So that was my gift. That was my early Valentine's Day gift to my wife. She loves Joe. We had some pretty good seats. Let me tell you this, okay? The crowd was just different, okay? The crowd was just different. I mean, it was like, you would have thought it was like an old school, like you thought it was a Franklin Beverly and Mace concert. I ain't never seen so many top hats in my life. It was like a top hat convention. All the old heads, long overcoats, top hat, scarf. I said I came underdressed. You listen. kilos, right? I believe in dressing very bummy and I believe in I'm a bum. Okay. I like dressing very bummy. I love sweats and I love a hoodie. Okay, that is my thing. Sweats and a hoodie. So I got some nice jeans because she told me I couldn't wear sweats. So I got me some nice black jeans. I got me a hoodie and I bought me a long overcoat. And if you look real close, Key's such a dope wife, right? If you look real close, you can't really see it. But I'm hiding. The tag is still on my jacket. The tag is still on my jacket because I've never had a long overcoat, right? I felt like you really made it to like the grown and sexy when you like got an overcoat, right? Like that's just like I've seen a long beige overcoat. So I wanted one. So my wife said, "Hey, babe, go to Macy's." I already know, once you say Macy's, you over $100. Once you say Macy's, you are over $100. So I already knew in my mind, I'm taking this joker back. Okay. I'm taking this joker back. As soon as this concert's over, you're going right back to Macy's, right? So I found this coat at Macy's. It was $135, and it was 60% off. That's how expensive that joker was. It was 60% off and still came out to $135. So I ain't gonna lie though, it was fresh though. I thought it was pretty fresh. I was like, I was right. It was pretty fresh. But listen, bro, I'm telling you, it looked like a whole bunch of first ladies and pastors up in that jacket. I saw suits. I saw coordinated suits. I saw top hats. I saw first lady attire. I mean, I saw a woman in all white. I'm talking about like mother of the church, all white with the church hat. You feel me? Like it could have been a players' ball. It could have been a players' ball for all I care. I mean, I saw a lime green suit from head to toe, lime green. I saw it all. And I'm just like, are we not at a Joe concert? Are we not at a Joe concert? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Joe is old, but he ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Al Green old. I thought it would be like a little younger crowd up in that joke. Man, them old heads came out in full force. And listen, we were sitting next to this lady and a husband and the wife. And the wife, it was a black couple. And the wife was just like Cruella de Vil. Like she didn't sing. Now mind you, we had a concert. This woman sitting beside me didn't get up not one time, didn't sing not one time. Her husband over there trying to get her involved, like, come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? He got a top hat on, everything like that. She just sitting there with her arm wrapped around him, and she's there like this. She's sitting there like this. I'm like, damn, Cruella de Vil, if you was gonna come here like that, why you even here? I would have been pissed if I paid what I paid for them tickets, right? And Key sitting there with attitude. I'm like, hey, we can go. We can go if you're gonna sit here with attitude, because I'm not about to pay all this money and you not even sing a song. What? No. Key was up there. I wanna know. Dog, that girl, you would have thought Joe was right there. You'd have thought Joe was right here. Boy, I'm telling you, more and more. And after that, you want more and more. And after that, you want more and more. I mean, listen, he was singing some songs I didn't even know. Good Girl, Gone Bad, Sunshine. I don't know what these songs were, but I did have a good time though. Joe got some bangers. I wasn't a big Joe fan, but after the concert, I was like, I liked it. We had a good time. It was a real good time. But yeah, she was up there. I was like, listen. I'm like, listen. I felt like Friday. You better get off your shoulders. Like she's sitting down. I'm like, there ain't no sitting down with the price of these tickets. You better get off your shoulders and stand up. You better root for that boy. Because you the only reason why I'm here. The reason I love you is the reason why you here. So you better get off your shoulders. You better say hi to that guy. You better wave from a distance. You better sing. Yeah, shoot. better get my money's worth. You better enjoy it. I was like, you better get your phone. You better record it. Like, and remember, okay, my husband, when I'm in the doghouse, you need to pull out your phone and remember the time I took you to Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, you better get off your shoulders. Yeah, she right. The whole place was sitting. But that's not the point, though. That's not the point. The point was it was your day, and you better enjoy it. Okay? Shoot, it's just... And there was some ladies doing that, though. It was some ladies that was sitting on the aisle. They would run down and get real close, take pictures, and then run back to their seat. That joke was pretty funny. So they were storming the stage. But, you know what I'm saying? Just, you better enjoy this. Okay, you better enjoy it. All right. So that was my Valentine's Day. So, hey, listen, I know y'all saw the other show when I was talking about going to the market and stuff like that. Listen, them dudes, the grocery store, I ain't never seen that many ninjas in the grocery store. And mind you, I'm in Ohio, so when I mean ninjas, I mean a whole bunch of white people, because it ain't no black people up here, right? Where I stay at, it is whiter than cocaine up here, right? So, but it was, listen, I ain't never seen that much, dog. You'd have thought there was a MAGA rally in the grocery store, because it was nothing but white men in the grocery store today. And just buying flowers, buying all type of flowers. I mean, old white men to the youngest of youngest white men. It was just a whole bunch of white men in the market store. I said, thank God this ain't me. Okay, I've done all that I have done. I gave my wife a beautiful Valentine's Day, early, but still beautiful. I ain't about to be up in these lines. It was a whole bunch of white men up in that joke. I mean, just good Lord. I ain't never seen that many white men. And I go to that, and I go to that store all the time. It's called Market. It's a giant eagle, but it's like a Tom Thumb up here, right? So it's called Market, the Market Street or Marketplace, whatever it's called. It's like my favorite grocery store. I go there like every day, literally pretty much every day. I get a donut or whatever. It's Giant Eagle, but it's called Market. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I go there every day, and because I usually drop my kids off at school, and I go to the grocery store and I get a donut. It's empty. Listen, when I tell you I go there every day, I go there every day, right? Go there, drop my kids off, get a donut, and I go home, right? Listen, parking lot packed. I had to park in the back of the parking lot and walk up. I said, I ain't never. Now, mind you, this about like 9 o'clock in the morning, about 8:45, 9 o'clock in the morning. Packed, okay? Packed. I'm seeing old white men with the military hats. They walking around, roses in the bucket, everything. Valentine's Day is different, man. Valentine's Day is absolutely different. So it's just different. It's just different. Florist, man, listen, if you're a florist, this is your day. This is like your Mardi Gras. It is just like a florist's dream day. Like you be, oh yes, Valentine's Day, here we go, right? But it was packed today. I ain't gonna lie, it was a whole bunch of white men. And yeah, we moved to Ohio. We in Ohio right now, so yeah. All right, let's get into today's show. Listen, I saw this. I was very heartbroken. First of all, there ain't no love if you do this on Valentine's Day. There ain't no love. There ain't no love. My boy Steve Wilkes, I mean, I call him my boy, but I don't know him like that, got fired today from San Francisco. Now, this is my issue with this, right? Because I usually don't really bring up a lot of NFL issues, but I really have a problem with this. And the reason I have a problem with this is because it's very simple. What did you expect this man to do? Like, I don't think people really want to give credit that Patrick Mahomes is like the Jordan of the NFL right now. Like, you can't fire, like, you just went up against the baddest dude on the planet. Like, that is no slouch. That is no slouch. Now, don't get me wrong, Detroit was not his best showing. I would say that the Detroit playoff game was not his best showing at all. But in this game, hey, listen, the defense was doing their job. And let me be very clear. The white Bama, Cal has been there. Cal is the common denominator on 3 of these losses. He's been to 3 Super Bowls, and he's been the common denominator of all 3. Right? Because there was a different defensive coordinator at the last San Francisco one. I think it was Saleh. He lost. Right? So I'm just confused about what you thought this, like Patrick Mahomes, literally the same thing that happened the last Super Bowl that you played against Patrick Mahomes is the same thing that happened in this Super Bowl. How can you blame this man for going up against the Jordan of the NFL? It just is what it is. He's just that damn good. Period. And when you mix that in with Andy Reid, they're just that damn good. Now, I know that Steve Wilkes and Kyle Shanahan didn't see eye to eye during the season. They really didn't. You know, I don't know if it was one game where Kyle Shanahan just came out publicly and just blasted Steve Wilkes for his defensive calling and his defensive play calling. It was just bad. Like, he's just like, damn, like, this is what we doing? Right? But I just think that you just can't do this. You can't make this fire. The Cleveland game. Okay, appreciate it. Like, I think he went like cover 0 and then like, they hit him over the top and things like that. But there's plenty of times where Kyle Shanahan calls the wrong play and things like that. But when you're the head guy in charge, that's what happens. My thing is, you've gone through 3 defensive coordinators, but 2 of them just got hired at other jobs. So that doesn't really count. You get what I'm saying? Like, you it's not like they quit. It's not like you fired them, but you've gone through 3 defensive coordinators in the past 5 years. So my thing is what are you looking for? Because Steve Wilkes did a solid job to get you back to the Super Bowl, but to fire him, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of messed up. It's kind of a low blow for me, but teach his own, man. I just not a fan at all. All right, hopefully he lands on his feet somewhere. But it is what it is. All right, let's get into it. Hey, listen. When I tell you I love this matchup, I absolutely love this matchup. Shout out to Howard for making it happen. Shout out for Tennessee State for pretty much playing everybody underneath the sun. Like, Tennessee State is just like, yo, we playing everybody. It don't matter. Black, white, Puerto Rican, we are playing everybody. Now, let me say this. If you're a Tennessee State fan and you plan on going to this stadium, be very mindful. Do not pay extra money. I'm going to keep saying it. Do not pay extra money for the home seats with them cheap-ass backings. Don't go to the home side. Don't waste your money. It ain't worth it. Okay? Sit your ass in regular seats. And absolutely, if you gotta go an hour early, it's homecoming, probably gotta go 2 hours early. There is no parking, right? There is no parking. Don't kid up. Listen, either take the metro, take the ride on, take an Uber. Do not drive if you don't have to. If you don't have to drive, do not drive, because this game is going to be absolutely bonkers, okay? Absolutely bonkers. But I absolutely love this matchup. I think it's a great out-of-conference matchup for homecoming. Shout out for Howard for making it happen. I'm curious to see what they look like bouncing back, right? Because they got to get a new signal caller. Q Will is gone. So we'll see what that new quarterback looks like for Howard. They still got most of their running game that Howard fans told me about, because I thought they lost most of their running backs. They didn't. Edgerrin James' son comes back. I think Jarrett. I think I think Casey Hawthorne comes back. I think James come back, or either Casey Hawthorne is gone and Hunter comes back and James comes back. But they pretty much got all their starting running backs coming back for this year. And listen, I'm gonna take some time, because I know I've been saying it, but I'm gonna take some time and I'm gonna go break down Tyler from the new offensive coordinator. I believe his name is Tyler Ralph. Blue, if you're on here, if you can help me out, I think it's Tyler Ralph, or however you pronounce it, Rothy. I don't know. But I'm going to go look at some of the offensive play calling and see what he does. I'm going to go break some film down so you guys can kind of anticipate what you're going to see from him from the former North Dakota State offensive coordinator. So I'm gonna definitely do a film breakdown on that. Tyler Roll, thank you so much, Tyler Roll. So definitely gonna do some breakdowns on that. Get some film, get some chop ups on film, so you guys can see what he's bringing to. Who has the best? What he's bringing to Tennessee State? Who has the best football stadium HBCU? Okay, so let me do it like this. Let me tell you where I've been first. I've been there. A&M. I've seen Alabama State Stadium, but I have not been inside of it during a football game. I went there on a visit one time, where I have been, I've been to FAM, I've been to Alabama A&M, I've been to Valley, I've been to Alcorn, I've been to Southern, I've been to Jackson, I've been to Bethune. Let me think. I've been to Valley, I haven't been to PV, haven't been to UFPB, and I've been to Grambling. I've been to South Carolina State. I've been to Howard. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna just tell you off of what I've been to, right? I'll tell you what I've been to. Okay. This is such a loaded question because you gotta put a lot of stuff into place, right? I haven't been to Bama State, so I can't speak on it. For me, from where I've been, I would have to go with Southern, right? Jackson is a no because if you're trying to, like I said, it all depends on what's your forte, right? Concession stands at Jackson State is like waiting in line for Hamilton. It's just ridiculous. It's like waiting in line for Hamilton. If you don't know what Hamilton is, get cultured, okay? It's like literally waiting in line for Hamilton. Or if you're black and you want better reference, it's like waiting in line for a new pair of Jordans. That's how crazy the lines are at Jackson, right? Southern is just the ease of everything, right? Like the only thing about Southern that you can kind of knock is the concessions, because I didn't really see a concession booth and things like that, like concession stands and stuff like that. I didn't really see any of that. But I sat in the suites. I sat in the regular the ease of getting in and out the stadium is dope. The setup of it is dope. I absolutely love it. I think Southern Stadium is probably one of the best ones I've seen. FAMU will be my number 2. I just like I just like the environment of it and just like what you're walking into, and like concession stands is okay. The bathrooms are absolutely ass. The bathrooms are absolutely ass. Like, if you use the bathroom before you go to FAMU, I'm telling you that right now, it's like 1962 for the bathrooms. Use the bathroom before you go to FAMU. And if you have to go find a porta potty than using anything inside of FAMU. The bathrooms are horrendous. Let me see. Alabama A&M is actually not a bad stadium. Their concession stands are they're okay. They're not Jackson State-ish where you'll be waiting like I'm telling you. At Jackson State, if you go in the second quarter to go get food, you probably won't get back to the game until the beginning of the fourth quarter. Okay, I'm just telling you that straight up, right? Straight up. So eat. That's why you better eat some tailgate before you walk into Jackson State Stadium. It's just ridiculous, right? So that really kills it for me. And the lines are just out of this world getting into the game. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely stupid, right? Let me see. Let me think. Alcorn, pretty easy. It's really easy getting in and out the stadium. It's okay. It's okay. Alcorn depends on the game. Like, depending on the game, it's okay. Like, so just the stadium itself is all right. Valley, no. Bethune, no. Yeah, so I would say I love South Carolina State. The concessions, absolutely ass. Concession stands are absolutely ass. Absolutely ass. Don't do it. Like, don't even do it to yourself. Like, don't even waste your time. All right, absolutely ass. They take cash. They don't take car. It's just bad. It's just all the way around horrible. Let me see. Howard, listen. Okay. Howard is like a high school. I'm just keep it about. It's nothing special about it. Howard is a high school stadium. What makes Howard dope, though, is they have these food trucks behind the away side, and they move with extreme fastness. I don't even know if that's a word. Extreme fastness, right? So if you do go to this game, they got some great food trucks behind. They do hibachi. They got the fish. Make sure you go to the fish and chicken place. That fish that they had at the Howard game I went to against NCCU was absolutely amazing. It was touched by somebody's uncle. All right. So, but other than that, that stadium is just a high school. It's literally like go to your biggest high school in your local area, and that's Howard. Essentially. I'm not playing, I'm not lying to you, nothing. Go to your biggest high school in your area, and it's the size of Howard. Or maybe in Howard might be even smaller than that, just to be honest with you. So I'm not lying about that. So yeah. South Carolina State. Listen, the game atmosphere, the crowd engagement is absolutely A1. Concession stands ain't it. It ain't it. But listen, you gonna see everything. Like you gonna see the Qs out there doing what they do. You gonna have it's a good time. It's a good vibe. It's a really good vibe at South Carolina State. Probably one of the best MEAC vibes. I haven't been to NCCU. I'm gonna try to get to the nest, but I haven't been to NCCU. But from the MEAC, it's probably one of the best MEAC vibes I've been to. And I ain't been in that many. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only like 6 schools. But anyway, so number one for me will probably be Southern at this point. I think Southern gives a great. I'm going to Bama State this year. You know my boy Drew's there, so I gotta make a trip to Bama State. So I'm gonna go to Bama State this year. So I'm gonna be at Bama State. So yes, I'm gonna be there because Andrew's there. So I gotta go see a game. So I'm gonna be at Bama State to get a vibe and see what it's about. But for right now, just off that, Southern has to be my number one stadium in the SWAC. I love the suites. I love the ease to get into the stadium. I love the fireworks that they shoot. Like the game atmosphere is dope. It's just a dope environment. It really is a dope. It's just a really, really dope environment. So I'm a fan of Southern. It is hard to get into Southern. It wasn't hard for me. So it wasn't hard for me. Oh! I mean, yeah, to get to the stadium, yeah, it's a trip. But like just getting into the game, it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, I enjoy that. But the Howard homecoming definitely gonna be something. It's definitely gonna be something. It's definitely gonna be lit. You know, bougie central. Now, all right, this is what I really wanted to get into. The rules and regulations for Valentine's Day. Let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about it. And I'm just gonna use a general example. I'm not gonna give no names or whatever, but let me say this. The issue that I have on Valentine's Day, right? And I'm speaking from a guy to a girl, is expectations of what you think you and your guy are, right? Women have a hard time understanding people's actions versus their words, right? And the reason that I say this, because we just had somebody I know go through this problem, right? So let me break this down as best I can. There are 3 categories that you fall in if you're a female. Now, I don't know the female categories. I'm just talking as a male to a female, right? That's what I'm saying. You have talking, you have dating, and you have exclusive. Now, if you're from where I'm from, right, Maryland, talking and dating, they kind of go, they're kind of fluid, right? There's no real delineation from it because you could be dating and they call it talking, and you could just be talking and they call it talking. But let's break these terms down, right? Talking to a woman is literally like you getting my game. I'm gaming you up, right? I'm just we chatting. I see you at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we talking, like we flirting, right? Flirting, all that's talking. If we want to, right? Cool. Dating. I've taken you on a date, right? Dating does not mean exclusive. Okay? If Bishop, if you're talking about like a fuck buddy, like you should know if you're a fuck buddy or not. I'm just saying. But anyway, dating does not mean exclusive. And let me give you a good example. Because women like to say, well, based off what he was doing, he was my man, or he was doing boyfriend stuff, right? He was doing boyfriend things. If you do not ask that man, what are we? I'm going to say it again. If you do not ask the young man or grown man, what are we? And he does not say, you are my girl. And when he says you my girl, you need to, because listen, I'm telling you, listen to me. You need to clarify what girl means, because girl can mean a lot to a lot of different guys. Because some guys, they say you my old lady, girl, however they define it. You just need a definition on what girl means, because a lot of women would just say, oh, he said I was his girl. What does that mean? Like, because girl don't mean exclusively. Take it from a reformed hoe, okay? Please take it from a reformed hoe. You need to have a clarification on what it is. And this is why I say dating and exclusive are not the same. Women love to say, I'm dating. But my thing is this. When men project on women, and what I mean by project is put their feelings and emotions on the girl of what they think it is, he a simp. But women project their emotions all the time. Oh, he took me here and we did this and he took me on a trip. So I know he my man. I know we together. He ain't doing that for everybody else. But when a guy says, oh, this is my girl, and she be like, I never told you that. Who told you that? You're not the only guy I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? So when a girl projects her feelings on a guy, then the guy gets ran through the mud because, oh, you playing with my girl emotions. Oh, you love bombing. You doing all this, you doing all that. No, boo-boo. You created that in your head. You created that in your head. And there's a lot of times when a guy can simply tell a woman, hey, listen, I'm out here. I'm just having a good time. I want to get to know you, blase blah, whoop-de-whoop. And then you think, because the guy done took you on a few dates, he done bought you some stuff, that now all of a sudden he don't want to just chill and talk to you. He want to be your man now. That's not how the game goes. The game is to be sold, not told. So what I'm telling you is this. There are times where I was dating women and I would do a lot because I know if I do a lot, listen, women, if you don't hear nothing else I say today, I'm giving you all the game in the world, right? There are times where I would talk to multiple girls and I had the financial ability to do things. I would buy you. I'm a nice guy anyway, right? So I'll buy you this, or I'll hear you talk about it and I'll buy that for you. Oh, I love these shoes. Oh, I wish I had, and I'll get it. I'll buy it, right? Whatever. But all it is in my mind, listen, I told Key this when we were just chopping it up. All I'm doing is making a deposit. All I'm doing is making a deposit in the bank. So when I start to withdraw, I got credit. Because what women love to do is this, right? In the first 3 months, and guys, I'm giving you all the game in the world. If you don't got the finances, don't date. But in the first 3 months, I promise you, take her out, do all the nice stuff, listen to her, all this type of stuff, right? When you start talking to another girl, when you start sliding back or easing back, the first thing girls are going to do is they're going to remember how it started. Oh, but no, you know, when it started, oh, he was so nice. You know what? Oh, maybe that's what women are going to do. They always revert back to what it was in the beginning. In the beginning, it wasn't like this. In the beginning, it was this. So you got stuff to pull from, right? Because for me, when I'm talking to you or dating you, all I'm trying to do is GTD. I'm trying to get the draws. I'm trying to get the draws. And then once I got you hooked or once I got you linked mentally and physically, I know I can do whatever I want and I still got you on roll call. But the thing to me is this, and where women fail short is you don't ask enough questions, right? You do not ask enough questions, because there's one thing about a guy, most guys, I'm not going to say all guys, most guys don't like answering questions. They just don't, right? What are we? You're like, God damn, I don't. What are we? What is this? Why are you doing this for me? Right? Like, you got to ask those type of questions to understand what the thing is going on or what you're walking yourself into. And listen, ladies, if a guy tells you we just chilling or we just talking, until he says otherwise, you are talking. If he takes you out to dinner, you're still talking. If he takes you on a trip, you're still talking. If he brings you around his family, you're still talking. Until you ask him, what are we? I don't care if you meet his mama. You are still talking until he tells you otherwise. Period. Stop getting out here, jumping out the window on your own conclusions of what you think is going on. Right? You gotta understand the game. You gotta understand the game. Because I'm gonna tell you this. If a guy listen, ladies, I'm telling you, and the fella's if a guy wants you, he's going to come get you. If a guy really likes you, and I tell all my female cousins, I tell all my female friends, if a guy likes you, likes you, he will move heaven and earth to come get you. Best believe. And every guy in this chat has had that one girl that they was like, I gotta have her. Whatever she say, I gotta have her. I don't care. I gotta have her. We've all been there. But when a guy is okay, cool, we'll do. You gotta listen. I'm telling you, man, I'm not lying because I've been there. Listen, Key didn't want to be with me. Key didn't want me. Every time we talk, Key was like, we're friends. I'm trying to GTD, you know, I'm gonna lie. I'm trying to GTD, but Key was like, no, we're just friends. I'm like, she's like, you know, she'll ask me like, what are you, she's like, I'll be like, you know, where you want this to go? Key's like, we're friends. I'm a great friend. She didn't want me. Right? Because Key was like, I don't mix business with pleasure. That's just what it was, right? So she was doing a relationship panel and stuff like that. So she was like, hey, do you want to be on my panel? And I was like, sure, but can we still like talk? She's like, oh, I don't mix business with pleasure. I said, then I don't want to be on the panel. Fuck that panel. I don't want to be on the panel. If you can't talk to me, I don't want to be on the panel. And that's facts, right? Like, but that's how bad I wanted Key, right? I want to be fuck that panel. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what it is. So, but I'm telling you, when a guy likes you, he will move heaven and earth to please you because he wants you. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. you do have guys, and listen, ladies, I know you're like, oh my God, it's always a caveat. Listen, you do have guys that will play the long game to get to GTD. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. There are guys that will play the long game to GTD. It just, that's facts. Okay, you can't avoid everything. Let me just be very honest with you. I'm just keeping it up because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was dating a girl that was celibate. I really liked this girl. I really liked her. Right? She was like, I'm celibate. I ain't doing none of that. I said, cool. We dating. I'll get it from somebody else. Right? Like, I really like this girl. Right? I really like this girl. She was celibate. She's like, hey, I'm like, ooh, okay, celibate. Ooh, I like that. All right, cool. But the whole time, I'm going another way to get my needs met on the other side. Right? So and I really liked the girl. I really did. Right? And, I made sure I ain't make no moves or nothing like that. I mean, we end up doing it after a couple months, but, but I'm just saying there's guys out there. I was one. Okay. So what I'm just giving you all, like, you just got to be cognizant, but I'm just tired of hearing women be talking about, oh my God, like, I don't know what happened. He was talking to me and now he's acting funny on Valentine's Day. And y'all weren't together. I don't owe you anything. I told you we chilling. So ease up. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. So I just had to break that down because it has really been bothering me, right? I don't know why, Ryan. I can see you. I don't even know what you look like, bro, but I can just see you saying, but your day the 15th. like your day the 15th. Okay. I don't know. That was funny. I'm sorry. I don't even know what you look like, Ryan, but that shit was hilarious. I don't know why. I could just see you saying your day the 15th. But I just wanted to get that off, right? Because, and you know what? I'll open the call lines up if anybody wants to call in and talk about their experiences for Valentine's Day.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is always going to be, at the end of the day, just understand what you're in. And that's the same thing for fellas. And fellas don't really fall in this category a lot of times because we're initially the initiators and the chasers, right? But some guys do fall really fast. And, you have those situations like you got with my wife, Key, where listen, Key a nigga. Like, at the end of the day, she think like a dude, right? She ain't all that mushy, lovey, like, she don't fall for none of that stuff. She'd be like, what's your intentions? What you doing? Why you do this? Listen, Key can kill a mood in a split second, right? Like, she just come off so cold. She could kill a mood in a split second. But the reason I really rocked with Key because she was just real from jump. Like, she just kept it real. And she was who she was. And you either had to meet that standard or you had to keep it pushing. Right? She's not ugly. She's stacked. I mean, top and bottom, just stacked. Right? So it just, you had to meet that standard or you just keep it pushing, right? So I respected it. And you know what I'm saying? She was just a thinker. She just was like, listen, we would go out and people would ask, oh, are you guys dating? And, and Key would look she wouldn't say nothing. Listen, guys, you want to know what the process was for getting my wife? It was not easy. We would go out with her family, her friends, or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Scott. Key, what are y'all?" And she would be like, "Yeah, what are we, Scott?" Like literally, spotlight on, just like it. Is this thing on? Like that's how Key was coming. That's how she was coming. Straight up. No lies. No ifs and buts about it. So if you're not prepared to that's what I'm saying. Like, she never not knew where I stood in the relationship because she always put me on Front Street to say what the relationship was. You know what I'm saying? She was that, right? She put me on front. She like every time, what is this? What are we? And it was right. Bam. He said it. What he said. That's pretty much how Key did it. What he said. Right? Boy, listen. Straight. She just, yeah, what are we, Scott? Because remember, this is how Key coming. This is how Key was coming. Whatever you said is how she was treating you. Ladies, I'm telling you, Key need to write a book. Whatever I said is how Key was coming. So if I said we were just friends, I don't sleep with my friends. I don't kiss my friends, right? That's what so if I told the people that she asked, and I said we were just friends, I'm not getting none. I don't hold hands with friends. I don't kiss friends. I don't do that. Right? So what she's dealing with me from what I'm telling her or what I'm telling the people, right? That's what it was. So if I say we're dating, okay. I kiss my date. I hang out with my date. I do that. Right? So it was all of that came with the dating process of Key, right? And when she got asked, hey, how do you feel about Scott? He's intriguing. I ain't get no love. I ain't get no love. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's intriguing. How do you feel about Scott? Oh, he's intriguing. I'm like, damn, intriguing. What is that even intriguing? What does that even mean? Like, do I make you think? I'm curious. Like, he's intriguing. So, it's all of that, right? It's all of that. So it's, I'm telling you, bro, Key was not easy to date, but it was fun though, because she kept me on my toes. And, I put, what, man, Mr. Sergeant, I wouldn't be married right now. Key would have dropped me like a bad habit if I would have said that. Oh yeah, she dropped me like a bad habit. So you preaching on that one. But I just wanted to give, like I said, these type of shows don't get much traction because they ain't football or sport related. But I really wanted to give some girls some game and just tell some of y'all like y'all gotta ask questions. You gotta ask questions. Like let your daughters, tell your daughters, teach your daughters how to date. Right? Dating is not about somebody's finances, it's about somebody's intentions. Right? And you base people's intentions off what their actions and their words. You can't just go by one or the other, right? Because if I tell you I love you and I don't move as if I love you, that's one side. And if I do stuff that loves you, and what's up, babe? If I do stuff that loves you, but I don't say it or, convey that message, it is what it is. You guys know what I'm saying?
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I'm not gonna be long because making cupcakes. Your Valentine's cupcakes, that's right. So if Scott would have said intriguing about me, I would have asked the question, what makes me intriguing? This period. That's it. And from there, we would have you have to discover. I tell him all the time, you have to go past the surface. And if he would have said that he was waiting to hear from God, I would have said you're a liar. Because you don't even know God. So there's that. The intentions. I knew his intentions because he was, when we met on the panel that we met, he said, sorry y'all, I was running up the stairs. He said that, what do you say? He needs versatility. Being committed to one woman is like having chicken several different ways. Grilled chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, sauteed, all the things, right? Sometimes you just want a little steak. That's what he said the day that I met him. I said, okay, you like versatility. Use a hoe. Got it. At that time, I was not looking to date whatsoever. So hearing that in my right mind before all the butterflies and the, oh my God, he does this, he does that. Before that, what you told me is like black and white. You're a cheater. And you admitted that. So that's right, Blue. I need the double spaced essay with your sources. And so with that, from that period, it was, there's nothing so special about me when you don't know me that's going to make you change your ways. It's just not. We like to think, oh, I can get him to marry me. I had just got out of a 3-year trying to get you to marry me situation, and he knew the Lord. No kids, wasn't a cheater, and no luck. Okay, so with somebody who been out here just been dipping and flipping, I'm good. No, I'm okay. And so that's how I moved accordingly. Like, you don't need a girl. And if you do, I'm not the girl whose heart you about to play with. I have to protect me. That's my job, because you're not. I see you around here, you looking at everything. It was a nurse on the panel. He only stopped looking at her because she said she was engaged. The host, he was messing with her. Okay? So again, you like your options, and I respect that. And I told him, listen, just to keep us cool, let's be friends. I'm not going to judge you as your friend. I'm going to hear all your stories. I'm going to tell you how to maneuver through. You're going to get the best of both worlds with me being as your friend. And it wasn't until I saw some changed behavior than the first impression that he made that I decided to go ahead and take that risk. But bringing you around my family, he will tell you that doesn't mean anything. Okay? Like, my family, we tight knit. So it don't really mean nothing, because you're meeting. You feel special, but you know, we're welcoming people. Okay, we're very hospitable. So it doesn't mean anything. But what does is, I'm like, your word, because there's a difference of you telling my family what we are and you coming back around or not coming back around. And what happened? Because I'm not about to explain that. I'll FaceTime him. What happened? My cousins asked because you had told them that we was dating. I wasn't sure. So that's things that I would have done to hold you accountable. And that's what worked for me. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'll say this, ladies, your best time to be nosy and to pry is at the beginning. I don't know why we get so scared to do that at the beginning. You don't know him. And even if you're like, well, we've been friends for 15 years, but you never dated. You never, you've never dated. So now I have to pry, and as they said on Princess and the Frog, dig a little deeper. You gotta dig, okay, to find out more. And take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Because you have time. I promise you, ain't no man rushing to the aisle. I promise you, ain't no man rushing to give up all the draws for one. I promise you that. I don't see nothing wrong if God spoke to you like, oh, 3 months. Nope. I need to see you when you broke. I need to see you when you mad at me. I need to see you when you're happy with me. I need to see how things are going to change with us. Okay, when it's not so, when my booty don't do it for you no more. When you're not looking and I walk by. What does that look like? But we had conversations. Waffle House, that was our thing. Going to Sonic, dreaming, and do you dream? When we met, somebody would ask him a vision for OffScript, and he would go blank. I would be like, oh God, if you can't think of anything for OffScript, what's going to happen with us? So that was just my experience, and that's what worked for me. Now, if y'all have some questions, my DMs are always open. I'll tell you this. For advice for women, if you come over here with some foolishness, you're gonna get blocked. Okay, and you might be on the show because y'all know how my husband is. So do that at your own risk. Because I'm gonna tell him. But yes, ladies, please take your time, ask questions, listen to the words that they say. Because his actions, he was a sweetheart. He was a perfect gentleman. Opened the doors, he paid, made you laugh, all the things. Okay. Oh, you need that? I'll help you wash the dishes. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Because you want an invitation to spend the night. No, you'll be on the couch. I can't go back there. No, nope, it's closed. But nobody, it's closed.
Mind you, she's FaceTiming me with no clothes on, but you can see that, but she got the blanket over her stuff.
So you can't see nothing.
But I know you was naked.
But that's my piece. Go ahead, baby. You finish this out.
She don't want to tell that part. She don't want to tell that part. She FaceTiming me. She like this. You know how girls be. You know, they got the blanket up to their neck, you know what I'm saying? And she's sitting there trying to talk, and I'm just over here fantasizing. She's just in there just having a whole conversation. Can always be eligible for rehire. Yeah, so. But yeah, man, that's just little rules and regulations, man. And they probably, and listen, make sure y'all tune in this Sunday. Girls Need Girls is back. My wife, Robin, they gonna be back talking stuff about Valentine's Day and relationship stuff. So if you got any questions, man, I'm telling you, it's not just for girls, man. They have some great conversations, and you definitely gonna get a laugh and a kick out of it. All right. So make sure y'all tune into that on Sunday. I believe it's at 7:30. If not 7:30, it's at 8. All right. So make sure you're there. All right. So listen, appreciate you guys as always, man. Listen, until next time. Oh, tomorrow I'll be on Blue's channel. My boy Blue. Hey, Coach's Lounge, they invited me to tell my story, interviewing me on Blue's channel. So that will be at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Make sure you go to Blue's channel. Tune in. Make sure you shout out to Paris for her birthday. Happy early birthday. All right, so make sure you go to the channel, the Blue Bloods. Check me out over there at 7 o'clock on the Blue. Make sure y'all subscribe over there as well. Doing that. Also, tomorrow I'm on the Drake Foundation. I know. There's a real group called the Drake Foundation. They're having a panel talking about conference realignment, right? So I'll be on that panel. I believe it's at 2 or 3. So if you want to Google the Drake Foundation, they have a thing with student rights and things like that. So I'll be on that panel tomorrow around 2 to 3. I think it's at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. Maybe. Let me double check. I think it might be at. Let me see. Sorry, guys. My wife usually keeps up with my schedule. So it's at 2. It's at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's from 2 to 3. All right. It's the Drake Foundation group. Let me pull it up real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The Drake Foundation. All right. So this is what it looks like. Share screen. The Drake Foundation. Nope. This is it. Let me see. I don't think that's it. Let me see. I don't know. It's some Drake Foundation. All right. So yeah, I'm on that panel anyway. All right. So tomorrow 2 to 3 o'clock. I don't know. I'll post the link somewhere. I guess I'll put it on Instagram or something. All right. Listen. Until next time. You know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holla. God bless.